Morning, guys. Pastor Don here. Just got off the water. You've heard that line before. So the subject I want to bring up today it's a really cool word. I've always loved this word, called sabbatical. And I just experienced one yesterday. So one thing I was doing this past few days is looking at some Charlie Kirk interviews. You know, where he would talk to somebody and prove me wrong kind of a deal. And listening to how he talked. I'll tell you, we haven't talked about Charlie Kirk much lately, but I just love this guy. And he had a gift. And he could communicate, and he had a sharp mind, way sharper than mine, and he could answer things, and he could challenge things. And anyway, we all know he was awesome, but when he was assassinated and martyred, it reminded me of Stephen. And so I went through this period of time and never forget and all that. And I realized this weekend I was kind of forgetting. So on that subject, one thing he talked about, and I had already been doing it, but he turned his phone off on Sundays, and or one day a week. I'm not sure if it was Sunday. Could be wrong on that. And he took a day to be off his phone and to spend time with family. And he didn't always get to do it because he traveled a lot and there was circumstances. We all have those things. So, but I've always been a big sabbatical guy. I love the concept of the taking a day off of rest. It's the Old Testament thing of leaving a field fallow for every 7 years, and the sevens. So anyway, I've been experiencing it. Once in a while you can't do it. Family comes into town, something changes, you've got an event. But I did it yesterday. Turned off my phone, and I just decompressed. So what I want to do is slightly change the subject at this point and talk about something that goes in hand with it to me. And that's this thought of praying for your pastors. Sounds like two completely different things. But pastors, and I am one, pastors have this attack of the enemy that occurs, usually at the most unlikely moments, usually from the most unlikely place. It could be a family issue, it could be a financial issue, it could be a congregational issue, it could be this guy, that girl, this girl. It could be all those things. But the enemy uses the place where we're vulnerable. And I experienced some of that. So I want to bring it up so that the sabbatical in my mind and that go hand in hand, because basically the sabbatical gives you a chance to decompress. I call it no shoes, no shirt, no gas pedal kind of day. For me, I got a backyard and the weather's been good. I didn't have to put myself in a car and I didn't have to wear shoes. So my favorite day. So, but let me tell you about the Pray for Your Pastors. So the reason I know about it was I met a guy in 1968, Lonnie Frisbee. Brought me to Calvary, Costa Mesa. I was already saved. We met out witnessing at Newport Pier one night. And he says, you got to come here, Don. So I ended up spending 4 years with him. He ended up marrying Donna and Dawn in 1971. I had him for 2 more years before he took off and then started his life outside of Calvary Chapel, Costa Mesa. So I didn't know, I was young in the Lord, and I didn't know the phrase or the term or the pray for your pastors. And so Lonnie's an example. So the tragedy of his life, the this, that, the repentance at a later time, the obstacles and problems and marriage, divorce, and all that. I knew Connie really well. I still know her to this day. I love her. My point is, I learned that we need to pray for our pastors. They get burned out. They get attacks. And the attacks don't just come in the places that you would expect them to come. In his case, it was bringing up stuff from his childhood, which I understand really well. I did not know it at the time. I was 16, 18 years old, 20 when the last time I saw him. And I didn't know it. So my thought is, pray for your pastors.